Hello everybody, welcome to Rewrite Your Reality with Reese. I am your host, and on today's video, waiting for the 3D to catch up, believe and receive. Also, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comment section below or drop me an email. I'd love to hear from you. And now for today's video, which actually does come from two users, one from an email and the other from the Facebook group. If you haven't joined, please feel free to join the Rewrite Your Reality Facebook group where you can ask me questions, all of these things. And the first question was from an email. Now, the person seems to be new, hi, and they dropped me a mail, I think it was yesterday or the day before that, and outlining they know themselves as God. In their reality, as their reality expression, they are God. And the email went a little something like, I feel that doing most things in the 3D is in vain at this point. Not completely untrue either, that expression. I am starting to feel alone. I know that as God, I would have created allies for myself to help me through this process. See, the idea that other people need to help me along whatever's going on. I just wonder if they know I am God, but they haven't expressed that to me yet. They must know that I am God because I am them as well. That is a really good point of view, but where you're looking at it is not necessarily where that knowing is known. I just don't want to be the first to bring it up because, and there was a bit more there, they'll think I'm crazy, which is perfectly understandable. We all have experienced something in that manner. You're going around saying, I'm God, and then people will look at you like you're crazy. I think Bashar actually has a phrase, something like that, where he says, if you're in an uncomfortable situation, just keep repeating, the circumstances don't matter, and usually people will leave you alone. I'd rather them initiate the conversation, and as God, I expect reality to conform to that desire. Reality will always conform to who you are being, not necessarily what you want. It's just not happening quick enough for me. All I do now is wait for the 3D to catch up. Now, a lot of unpacking here. Wonderful email, by the way. I'm very grateful for it as well. Now, remember, it is not about doing or not doing things. It's about the state you're doing them from. When you see the 3D world as in vain, that's exactly the experience you'll get reflected back. But here's where the vainness comes from. It's in vain trying to make something happen from the ground up in your 3D world because you believe that I need to make it happen, otherwise it won't happen. You see, reality doesn't have a choice. When you are being something, all of your actions that you are required to do as part of the script, they will unfold whether you like it or not. That's the point. You couldn't make it happen if you were not on that script, and you couldn't prevent it if you are on that script. It's the same way your fears and doubts come to you. You don't go look for those things. And even if you did go look for those things, it was part of you following the script, believing in the fear and doubt greater than the awareness of yourself, knowing yourself as source. That's really the point here. So when you do things in the 3D, they're not in vain to make something happen. When you do things, you're doing things for the joy of actually doing it, having fun, enjoying yourself, enjoying your now experience right here and right now. This feeling alone, that's only one version of the story out of infinite other ones. You can't truly be alone. You are everything that exists. The feeling of being by yourself is just your focus resting on one expression of you. And you know this. Everyone is you pushed out. EIYPO, that phrase that people refer to. What's that really mean? It means in every snapshot moment of reality, your family, your friends, people in your life, the events and circumstances, the conditions, the requirements, the things that are unfolding, the things that you are feeling, everything that you are, included your body, all of it is pushed out of your awareness, your consciousness, the consciousness that you are. That is what is pushed out, the very consciousness that you are, what you are conscious of being right now. You are conscious that I am being and knowing myself as consciousness, and that consciousness is the creator, and as the creator, my assumptions as the creator of myself is being pushed out and being reflected to me in every single moment. But the moment and the reflections literally don't matter, because they are just reflections of who I am being in this moment, and who I am in this moment is brand new anyway. So the reflection that you are technically seeing is sort of a previous iteration of yourself that you are now seeing. It doesn't matter to who you are now being, but it can only ever be what you are being, because there's no real time, right? So whether it's a previous iteration or now, it's still happening now anyway. It's not about whether they know you are God. See, the 3D reflections are only reflections. So if you're looking at a mirror and you are wondering whether that version of you knows you are God looking at a reflection, the person in the reflection is just wondering whether it knows you are God, because that's exactly what you're doing. You are looking in the reflection, wondering what the reflection is thinking, something, anything. They are only showing up as the version you are unfolding. There's no out there separate from you. Reality simply mirrors who you decide you are. So don't wait for anyone to recognize you or for the 3D to catch up. The idea of waiting comes from a belief in separation and time. But it's all unfolding now perfectly. You are already everything you are waiting for. So when you're looking at your family, your friends, whomever, and in this idea or any idea, where you are wondering which one of them are going to help me on my journey, in this journey that you think you are taking, which one of them are going to know that I am God? Who's going to reach out knowing I am God? Who's going to express this? Remember, the 3D world is a reflection of a script of a version of yourself that you are being. In your imagination, everyone knows you are God, because you know you are the one that's creating everything. So when you imagine yourself knowing, hey, I am God, imagining myself as this God, and everyone here is absolutely acknowledging that this is my reality, you are creating projections in that expression and being the identity that is known and is experiencing being known. That's who you are. But you never have to wait for the 3D to catch up, because it's immediately unfolding that desire, if that is your desire, for everyone to know in your experience of reality that you are God and so are they. And that's actually why you have joined into the manifesting circles, as people refer to this, because everyone in these circles are coming into the awareness that they are God. So from their point of view, they all know you are God, because I know you are God, and you know I am that same God projected as a physical version of myself, and you are projected as a physical version of yourself. But in your reality, no one has any way of creating for you. When you imagine yourself as you would like to be, you are creating and lighting up what you simply desire to be. John 10:30, I and my Father are one. Because everything you desire is one with you right now. All of those people, all of the events, all of your friends, your families, the ideas, they are all literally one with you as that same God. But in your reality, you are the only one that is consciously making a choice of who you are, and every one of them is reflecting. So the allies idea is a fun idea, but taking it a little bit deeper, everyone in your reality is literally an ally to you, because they are only ever reflecting you in every single way. If you go to the beach and there's no parking, But you assume yourself, you know what, I had a desire to come to the beach, so I'm probably going to park my car and go to the beach. This no parking moment means nothing. And somebody immediately comes out and leaves. They may be unconscious of what they are doing, but as source, you are creating a version of them that is removing themselves from the parking and going on, because you shifted into a reality where that person was always doing something else and you will always park there. So whether they are unconscious or conscious of it, they are always your allies, always working for you, through you, and as you. Everything in your universe is literally working for you because it is you being you. John 14:10. Believest thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works. As in, you don't have to wait for anyone to recognize you. You simply recognize you. You imagine yourself as you would like to be. You decide. You see, the onus is always on you. You. Never anyone else. It's not about you bringing it up or they're thinking you're crazy or anything like that. All of those are your assumptions. Everything you wrote there is your story of reality mixed in with knowing I am God. Say, I am God, but this other thing. So you never have to wait. You don't have to go and bring it up to them either. You never have to do anything with anything. Imagine how you would like things to be and then do nothing. As you say, doing things in the 3D is in vain. That is true. So don't bother about doing things to make it happen. Imagine how you would like it and assume that is what's happening. Mark 11:24. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, as in, I wish everyone in my reality knows I am God and so are they, and this is our reality to experience it. Be that your desire when you pray, when you desire, when you imagine. Believe that you have received it. Believe what you are experiencing is your now reality. And you shall have it, because you already have it. Because how could you not have it while you are imagining the thing that you want to have? And now, just making it a little bit more clearer here. Also, welcome all the new people, by the way. So, when we say tell a new story, look at the story you are currently telling. Even in the email, typing it out, this is what you are focused on being, right? It doesn't matter if you type something. It only matters if you actually agree that this is what the reality I am living right now, calling it forth, this is who I am. That's the thing. I am starting to feel alone, etc., etc. I rather them initiate, etc. I am alone. Basically that. You are not that physical person who is thinking I am alone in the moment. You are experiencing that physical person in the moment, thinking I am alone. You are I am awareness, that light that lights up everything. You are the thing that is creating everything in your three-dimensional experience, moment to moment to moment to moment. The past of the script and the future of the script doesn't change. The past of the script, the future of the script does not change whatsoever. It continues on I am alone until you recognize yourself as I am awareness. And as that awareness, recognize you have infinite frames. You have infinite stories. You have infinite 3D moments. And you shift as awareness to a new script, imagining it how you would like it to be, because on that script, the past is that script and the future is that script, where you are enjoying everyone around you, the allies as you so put it. There's around you. You are the center of your reality. You are who you desire to be. Shifting as awareness to a new script by recognizing yourself as that awareness that is always shifting, because even in the present script of I am alone, you are not staying in that same script. You are actually jumping to another version of I am alone each time over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, infinitely, because there are infinite versions of that script. When you jump as awareness by simply just being aware of how you would prefer reality to be right now and right here, that is your reality. It's that. You don't need 1,000 different affirmations and subliminals and scriptings and tapes and tarot cards or the moon going up and down or Mars going left and right. You just are. Now, the Facebook question as well is quite a similar one in a sense. It was about doing but not wanting to do, but what would most people say? And look at this idea again, right? Both people wondering what to do because of what other people say. It doesn't matter whatsoever what anyone in your reality tells you what you can or can't, or what you must or shouldn't, or what they will think about you doing anything. You follow you. You don't follow the you in your story. You follow you, the one telling the story. I affirm perfect well-being and vitality, yet if I don't go to the gym, I've been trying for years, it doesn't really feel good. Most people say you can't. The yogis created yoga because meditation and prayer is not enough. Great. That is the story you are now telling, that entire thing, just like the previous one. Putting conditions on the ideas that if I don't go to the gym, if I hold these affirmations to be true, eventually it'll be true, but I'll keep going to the gym. None of that stuff matters. You're placing conditions on simply being the version and imagining yourself as you would like it to be. Trying to figure out how can I not go to the gym. Every time I go to the gym, it feels better. Go to the gym. Don't go to the gym. But imagine how you would prefer yourself to be. Instead of lighting up your desired end, you are focused on what the 3D moment is not. And right now, it is not me not going to the gym, and I want to not go to the gym because I want to be healthy, but not do that. But none of that matters. Only who you say you are. I am healthy, wealthy, free, perfect, and in love. When the truth, there's nothing it's supposed to be other than what it is right now, which is coming from you. It is inherently meaningless. Now, this does not mean go to the gym or do not go to the gym, because either way it does not matter. That's entirely up to you. What it does mean is don't fight yourself for going, and don't try to not to go either. All that doing is irrelevant because you simply do one thing. You go to your end and you stay there, nothing else. And part of whatever natural movement you experience in the moment that is aligned with the version of yourself you now choose to be is what's unfolding. You see, very often what we try to do is what I refer to as spiritual bypassing. I am an Olympic athlete that has most likely training in some sort of gym or some sort of area where you are training to experience yourself as an Olympic athlete, because part of their desire is actually experience yourself as this athletic person. Not everybody has that desire for being healthy and athletic in that way. I'm making a point, which is you can't rearrange the pages of the script for it to have the same ending. So when you are choosing something, I am athletic, as an example, you can't take out the pages where that athletic person naturally trains in the way that they do. It's part of the script. So don't use affirming and assuming and imagining as a way to rewrite the script. Use it in the sense of I am being who I imagine myself to be, regardless of what the script looks like moment to moment, without fighting it, but not doing anything about it. Just going along with it, consciously knowing that, hey, this is who I am. I know what I'm lighting up. I know what I'm feeling in every single moment. This is who I am, going to your end and staying there, nothing else, because nothing else to do. Again, and this trying for years. The years don't exist outside of you. The trying for years is still a belief in there's a linear 3D you, an expression of time that you have lived, but you are creating that, not you creating it here. You aren't creating it back then here. You're creating it from here to back then. Right now, another version, another version, another version, another. You can imagine a film reel. Imagine a film reel. Say, I am doing this for years. And then in the next moment, another film reel. I've been doing this for years. It's another film reel altogether. It's another past altogether that you keep recreating in thinking, I have been trying to do this for years. Even the people, when all the people in the frame, in another film reel, another film reel, another film to say, you can't, you can't, you can't, you are crazy, you are crazy, you are crazy. You are recreating different versions of those people again and again and again. Different versions of yourself who are experiencing those people again and again and again. Those people don't even show up when you don't even care about them. When you don't even care about what they think, you don't even care about who says what to you. They cannot show up into your reality. And even if they do, you recognize they are irrelevant, because the version of you that cares about what they say can't show up in your awareness of yourself. Yogis created yoga because of meditation. It doesn't matter what they did. And no one created anything. God, source, reality, created everything. Yogis and yoga did not create meditation and prayer. It's part of the ongoing experiencing of reality that we align certain things to come up from certain versions of people that just make more sense in time and space. But ultimately, all things were created by the Creator, and you are the Creator having created it. Those things do not exist outside of awareness. None of them are mandatory. None of them are needed. You don't need to meditate. You don't need a prayer. You don't need to do anything, because you are perfect awareness right now. All of those things, while wonderful, while lovely, while fun, while wonderfully relaxing, and you can actually be still and know that you're a God, I will say a little simpler while things are going on in your life, are still not required. Because no matter what's going on, you can still know, hey, I am God and this is going on. Cool. It doesn't matter. I am reality. I am awareness. I am Reese. This is me with Reese, your reality with Reese. Thank you all for being here. Much love and much light. Thank you for the comments, for the questions, shares, likes, and subscriptions. Feel free to always drop a question in the comment section below. You can drop me an email anytime you like. Thank you for joining the TikTok page. Thank you for joining the Facebook group. Love and light, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.